till you see this, man.
Oh!
Wow.
It's Ferrari day. It's fucking Ferrari day. You know what we're doing, right?
I do know, and I'm stoked.
It's gonna be an epic day. We'll talk about Ferrari right now. I'm excited. We're taking the Rivian since we need the other cars for something else.
What's Belen gonna drive now?
Today, the Tesla.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah. She's got plans with the Tesla because they're actually someone's coming to the house, so she's got to take the dog and put Fiona in there. Yeah. So either way, let's go to Ferrari and tell everyone why we're going to Ferrari and what's exciting about it.
Isn't that your little tight? Did you get a kid size? I didn't know they made Ferrari kids.
By the way, this is the same shirt I had when we got the Pista, remember?
Just because you're working out so much,
like
you know?
Years ago, I wish it had anything to do with that. I feel like it shrunk because I don't think I've gained weight compared to that era, but I don't know.
It's a con shirt.
I was skinny at that time, but I want to ask you this, and I want to ask everyone that's watching, since I'm taking advantage of this opportunity of you fucking roasting me. Do you think Ferrari owners, like actual Ferrari owners, people that buy the fucking cars, wear the tight t-shirt, wear the t-shirt, or are they more of a laid-back type of user, or is this more of the poser guy that just buys the Ferrari gear and has a Honda?
Poser 100%.
This is a poser uniform?
Well, you know, like, this is like your entry level. This is the stuff they sell you for like the fans when you go and look at the showroom. Like the real Ferrari owners have the leather jackets with like the in-boss logo and that's it. You know, I don't see any of that in your closet. This is all I see.
This is true. I also don't have a Ferrari right now.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, the last cars that I bought, the last two cars that I bought other than Rivian and Tesla, which you don't go to a dealership to, I bought them at Ferrari of Austin. Keith, keep taking my money, motherfucker. But I got the turbo, the Porsche from him, and I also got my Pista from him.
Yeah.
So now, most likely, we'll see what happens now. It's most likely we'll see what happens. What I do know is I'm buying something today, and you know what that is?
No. I don't know.
A shirt that fits me. We haven't given any context as to like what car we're seeing, right?
No, not yet.
Well, by now everybody should know based on the title. So this is going to be the 296 GTB.
Yeah.
It's the coupe, and you just asked me, are you going to get a Spider if you buy one of these cars?
Because you want one back. Well, surprisingly.
I'll explain the situation right now. Before that, I want to say this is what's happened because I was looking at videos. Because whenever you look for any car on Auto Trader, on YouTube, it recommends you whatever fucking videos about that car. So you're like an idiot, go on YouTube, you know, just to watch porn. Oh no, that's a different website. You go to YouTube to watch anything that you watch, and then it's like, recommended. Do you want to buy this car? Which, by the way, I saw two of Sam's Seen Through Glass.
Oh yeah.
Two of his videos about the GTB and the GTS. About the GTB and the GTS.
Yeah.
So yeah, we almost crashed. Well, it was not me. I was worried about the lady behind me who seems quite fat and there's a lot of weight coming into the... I didn't know if her brakes were gonna help her, you know? If this was Salomondrin 2017, I'd be like, we almost died. That's the title. Don't worry, that's not the title right now. What I was saying is, I two things. Wow, my fucking brain. So I watched Sam's two previews of his videos. And he drove the GTB and the GTS. The GTS is the Spider and the GTB is the coupe. And there's like 8 months in separation between one and the other. And in one, he went to get a coffee in the GTB. And in the GTS, he went to get an espresso.
Oh.
It's incredible. Incredible. I know he's got a...
It's an elevated car.
I was on the same page. I thought as soon as I started my search for like a new car, and I'll tell you this story right now of why I went with the GTB. I said, the GTB is going to be on my list. So I started looking for them, and you cannot find one. Do you know why?
No.
Because Ferrari had a problem where they had a line, I believe it's a battery power line, that went through something that got really hot. So they had to recall or stop production of the car and redo that. Very a la McLaren.
Yeah, very a la McLaren.
Which is very interesting. So the Spider is delayed way further. And if you want to buy these cars, because I was asking yesterday how much are they, it's quite a lot of money.
How much?
The extra is about $50,000 to $75,000.
And that's just the new base Ferrari, right?
It's not
Or what
base.
is it? Because I don't know what
So-
where does it fall?
Okay, so it falls right in between, say, Roma,
Yeah.
F8, and $40,000 more you get one of these.
Interesting. So they're different model lines. I didn't know that.
That's right. It's a different model.
So it's kind of your new hybridized V6.
Well, they're doing different lines, which I
Yeah.
think it's really smart from Ferrari. So they're doing the hybrid one,
Yeah.
which is the SF90 and the 296 GTB
Yeah.
and GTS, and then you have the other regular cars.
Yeah.
So it's a
It's
parallel
like the
kind
Roma
of.
version of the SF90.
So,
Yeah.
so for example, which one is the big ass coupe now? Is
Yeah.
it going to be the A12
Yeah.
or the SF90? You see how they're like
Yeah.
parallel but different?
No, it makes total sense. Ferrari's been killing it.
I think they are, and I want to talk about why I want to get a Ferrari as soon as we get
Yeah.
there, so that I don't tire you guys here, and we can get some beautiful shots, and perhaps even a commercial.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Don't get too excited.
The all-new BMW. I don't even know what model that is, bro, but let me tell you something. Those designs are fucking god-awful. Are the designers blind? You never know. But at BMW, we don't discriminate. BMW. Made by the blind. For the blind with a small penis.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Ferrari Austin, where I get fucked every time I come, but in a good way. It feels nice. I like it. I like it, Keith. Give me a little kiss. So the reason why I'm looking at the 296, and this is something that just came up not that long ago. I was looking for the cars online. I've been looking like every single night, every single morning, pretty much all fucking day, which is one of the funnest things ever, about like what car am I gonna buy. And I told you guys which ones I'm looking at. Between the GT4 RS, GT3 RS, the new one, whether it's the STO or the McLaren, the LT. The problem that I'm finding now myself in is most of these special edition cars that I want are the last generation of a car, and then the new car that's substituting them is already here. So like McLaren, the best example is the 750S. Yeah, you can get an LT, but the LT is literally the 750S. So you're buying an old car. Porsche is the send-off of that car. Like all of these things are basically the goodbye of that car. So everything is old now. And the 296 GTB is supposed to be incredible. It's brand new, and now a few of them are flowing in. I was even considering an F8 at some point because of this. But now that I know that we have these in here, let's go check them out and let's go get fucked by Keith. Before we go in, what are the odds? This is the BMW that we were just roasting in the commercial.
It's not that bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the next car that I'm looking at buying. This is the 296 GTB. It's not a GTS. The difference between the GTB and the GTS is the GTS is a drop down top. It's a spider. This is a coupe. So this is the regular version, if you will. And I'm very interested in this car for many, many reasons. Number one, the looks. There's just no angle that I can show you right now that puts this car in the right light and in the right view for all of you guys. This is one of the most gorgeous cars. It's understated, it's aggressive. It's got an incredible amount of flow lines that make me harder than trigonometry. You guys don't understand. This is a spectacular fucking car to look at. And on top of that, it's one of the cars that calls my attention simply because of the hybrid system. This is a little bit of that F Formula One technology. And for the first time in a Ferrari badge scar, because a lot of people are gonna say, the Dino had a V6. This car has a 6-cylinder engine. This is the first time in a Ferrari with a badge that has Ferrari and doesn't say Dino only, that has a 6-cylinder engine. And if you look behind right here in the engine bay, you're gonna wonder, where's the part of the red block that I can see in every single one of these Ferraris? Why is it not there? It's way further down the engine. What you're seeing right here is the turbos. So in here you have pretty much an incredible exercise of performance that combines hybrid and a turbocharged engine with that 6-cylinder engine. And it's called the 296 because it's got a 2.9 liter engine. It's a very small engine, and it produces altogether, this thing produces about 830 horsepower. The tiny V6, if you can call it that, the tiny V6 produces alone 663 horsepower. horsepower, which is quite a lot. And then you get the fucking kick of the turbos, and then you get the battery power, which is about 100 and something horsepower to complete the entire number. It's insanity. Another awesome thing is they were able to make the car shorter and the engine way closer to the driving position and make it incredibly well balanced according to everyone, because the battery, my friends, is right here. So it's lying across this, and I'll show you right now when I open the car. And when the battery is lying right here and the engine is really close to you, you have a really nicely balanced car. That means it's gonna be agile and it's gonna follow every move that you want it to make, which, as you know, that gets me harder than advanced trigonometry, just like I said. So the fact that you have that battery pack right there that weighs about 70 kilos, that's about 120 pounds, I believe. No, 70 kilos, that's what I basically, 160, 150 pounds. Wow, I'm not gonna do the math on that one, just do the number in kilos. But beyond that, aside from the big engine and the great performance that it's gonna have, look at the looks. This is one of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen. And I saw one before, but not up close. This is incredible. Another thing I really love about the design is just the airflow. It's so discreet, but it's so sexy. It's so damn sexy. Oh, I mean, look at the holes underneath the lights, right here. And then you have like, all of the lines are so subtle, and you can see them here, how the air is gonna go through here, probably gonna go through the mirror, and then it's gonna get picked up by the door. Look at the angle that the door has. These are my favorite things, okay? So when I watch Formula One, this is what gets me off. And then you see the air going into this vent, and whatever air doesn't make it through the vent, this is one of my favorite lines in the car. You see where it's coming right here? Look at that. The ass from this angle right here is just gorgeous. And you can just feel the air as you're looking at the car coming through. And obviously everything goes through the wing. My God, what a beautiful car. What a beautiful car. And obviously this entire glass thing that surrounds the engine and covers the engine is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It looks exquisite. Exquisite, that's a nice word. This one has the Assetto Fiorano package, right? And that means it's $50,000 more expensive than the base one. And what does that do? It adds that carbon fiber lip that you see right here. And this carbon fiber lip produces about 15 to 30 kilos more of downforce. I don't know the figure exactly, but it produces more downforce. It's one of the things that it produces. I love that little wing. And also, it'll give you some other carbon fiber pieces that you'll see. But mostly what it does is it saves some weight. So about 15 kilos is what you're saving. So just on all the weight that I've already lost from working out and not being a pig, I'm already there in the Assetto Fiorano territory. And the only problem that it has is it eliminates the front lift. So that's one of those things that you're like, I don't know how I feel about that. But look at the back here, all carbon fiber in that diffuser. Oh my God, that is prime. So basically, all in, what's catching my attention here is the hybrid technology, that it's supposed to be an incredibly well-balanced car, the looks, which are incredible, but most importantly, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, my friend that invited me to, and I hope you're watching this, dude. My friend that invited me to the FXXK program to drive the LaFerrari told me that this was his favorite car that he owns and drives right now. And he's got every car that you could possibly imagine and then some. And he said that this is his favorite car. And he said, I dare you to drive it. And if you drive it and if you don't like it, I'll give you $1,000. But if you like it and buy one, you're gonna owe me $1,000. So everything costs something, especially with inflation. Wow. Your food's ready. I love the new Ferrari keys. Love them. They were one of the most hideous keys and they really evolved into a really nice piece. So that's a great idea. And by the way, you want to open your Ferrari, you're just going to have to finger it like this all the way, nice and deep. You thought your wife was the only one that liked that, but no. Also, this car lets you in when you do that. So there's that. Look at these doors right here, completely covered in delicious carbon fiber. If you eat enough carbon fiber, they say that you'll never have bowel problems anymore. This is an Assetto Fiorano car. This means if you're reading this right here that I'm showing you, that says right there that the dude that spec'd this car spent a lot of money on his shit. Look at these fucking carbon fiber side. I can't even remember, what are these called in English? Great, awesome, good job, Alejandro. And then you have more carbon right here. You have more carbon, like the entire city's carbon fiber, ladies and gentlemen, of course. And like I said, this is a very heavily spec car. And right here, you have a really nice area to store some things, and also up here. Now, underneath this, and the reason why they have this bump right here is what I said to you. This is where the battery goes. So it's laying like this, like a dude that's 75 or 70 kilos just lying across. That's what it's doing. So that's what's gonna give you that perfect, awesome balance. And then carbon fiber in the middle. And you gotta love the SF90 design here, making it into this car. And the better way of doing it is being a part of the experience. So carbon fiber doors. This is how you close your door. Obviously, to open your charging port, gas port, your hood, which, by the way, the trunk in here is pretty massive compared to anything else of the category. Look at the size of the trunk. This is something that the STO didn't have, for example. That's quite spacious. You can fit 1.5 Alejandros in here, no problem. Easy. Close the door. Let's start the car for you. So you have the key. You don't have to worry about anything. You just place the key right there, and then you go. And this is what you get right now. This is what you see when you're sitting on the front. This is incredible. So you get to have your rev limiter right here, so you can count it, and paddles, steering wheel. The steering wheel pretty much is just like any other Ferrari, left, right. Then you have, if you want a voice control for your phone, go back into the menu. This is for the menu right here. So you see me go through the menu right there. That's basically it. Vehicle, navigation, audio, all that stuff. Your Manatino, this is gonna change into different modes. So right now I'm in hybrid. That's why you hear the engine just completely dead right now. You wanna change it, you're gonna switch your Manatinos, or right here, you also have the options. You see that? Everything is very digital, and I like it. And what I like the most about it is they kept the honk right here. It's not a fucking weird button somewhere here that every time you get close to it, it goes meh. It's right here, like the Tesla does that, and it drives me nuts. AC, very easy to understand. Anyone will understand. More air, less air, change the temperature, and it obviously says it right there. So very easy. What direction you want it to start hitting you, right in the balls. So there you go. You got a cup holder right here, then obviously automatic, manual, reverse. And these things, you just like click it so you can get into it. Windows are right here. And like I said, you have so much room right here. And look, you have a second screen for your passenger, which is a touch screen in case with your audio or anything, you know, because sometimes you're driving and you're busy. Man, what a cabin and what an experience. Legitimately, is so big. It makes all the sense in the world. It's so gorgeous. Your paddles. And now we're sitting inside of the GTB, and let me tell you this, guys. The reason why Ferrari calls my attention and calls my name so hard is simple. I love the passion, the brand, the racing team, the racing teams all around. Ferrari had an incredible year in the 24 Hours of Le Mans this year. There's just the heritage, all of the crap that I always said, like, who gives a shit? I finally care. And I really do, because I love racing and I understand more and more about these teams and how hard it is to build a brand like Ferrari has done through the years. When we're kids, we all aspired to have a Ferrari. We don't care about which one, what model, what year it is, but we all want to have that dream about one day maybe being able to own a Ferrari. And I think that translates so well. And the reason why they've been able to do this, and the reason why they're able to keep a brand this high, is because of their customers and the traditions that they've embedded into the car world, because they legitimately started the whole exclusive group, and if you flip this, you're out of the group and all that shit. Ferrari does it better than anyone else, and still companies don't understand what is it that makes them so special. Is this feeling exactly that they give you? You want to be a part of the family, you want to be a part of the team, not a critical part of it, but you want to go with everyone and enjoy. So that's why Ferrari is such a good proposition for me. And aside from making fun of all the Ferrari owners and blah, 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 and Ferrari collectors and whatnot, legitimately, the Ferrari fan, like the brand worldwide and the fandom worldwide, is something that really, really gets to you at some point in your life. Whether you're a kid, you're an adult, you'll get back into it. It's it's very special. And I don't want to be a part of the club of the people that gets money basically from Ferrari, which is those people that are able to get anything paying sticker and then they never flip it. Those guys are literally getting money into their bank accounts when Ferrari sells them a car at sticker, because they've been able to create this brand, this value, having their best holders, which are buyers, basically just be loyal to the brand because they want to keep it rolling. And that's going to be really hard for everyone else to fucking simulate and duplicate and double. So excellent job by Ferrari. And you know what? I'm going to shut up and let's go drive this thing, because I'm dying to drive. Driving this thing now for a while, I have to say I never expected it. I never expected it. It sounds incredible. This is a fucking V6 car. This is a V6 car. What was I expecting of this car? Another F8. A little loose, regular type of entry car to the Ferrari world in a different way now that it's got hybrid technology. That's what I expected. What am I getting? Dude, you're getting a party of the party of all Ferraris. The acceleration. I'm going to start with the acceleration. The acceleration in this car is something that very few times I can tell that I felt. And now, where does that come from? And I want you to... And then we'll get into the noise. Look at this. And... Whoa! Whoa! And the... Oh! And the thing is... about this is, as good as it is to accelerate, it's even better at making you understand how fucking wild it is what it's doing. It makes no sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever that it can accelerate like this. It's a little V6 engine, right? That's what everybody's saying. Everybody was complaining. Is that gonna be good enough for a Ferrari? Ferraris have V8s and V12s, dude. Holy fuck! This is one of the most exciting cars I've ever driven. Dude, the moment you step on it, you get the power from the electric motor, instantly giving you bam! The turbos instantly load, and then the engine instantly gives you those 630 horsepower. It's like 660 horsepower. It's like non-stop punch, punch, punch power. And then listen, because the noise, the noise that it makes is so... I can't believe I'm driving a 6-cylinder engine. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense from the push that you feel, the turbos, the way that they sound, all of it in synchrony. And this is something that I've talked about before. When you have a product that has so many different components, like a car, and specifically one that has different components, like an electric motor, 2 turbochargers, the regular engine, and everything else that puts the whole thing together, dude, you would expect to find some problems with the car. At least I would. That's what, oh man, and you have a screen so you can fucking throw the reverse no problem, put it in gear and go. When you have all of these different components at the same time working so hard, and they work so well that you can't even understand that you're getting all of them, and it feels so natural, and it feels like a naturally aspirated V12, or at least what you would think, with an instant amount of torque just hitting and hitting you and hitting you, no matter what point in the acceleration band you hit it. And you guys hear that? The noise, the sound is so good. It might not translate into maybe my camera, but it's got pops. The turbo, oh my god, the turbochargers sound so fucking good. They sound so good. One more time, I can't believe this has a 6-cylinder engine. And then, the thing that instantly blew my mind, but like instantly, no time had to go by, is the grip. There's something about this car. I don't know what it is. I need to go and do fucking some research probably. It's too easy. Just like the 918 made you a better driver because of all the things that he does, but this is making me feel like it's me, but it's not. I know it's not. I can feel how some black magic somewhere is keeping me on the ground at all times. And it doesn't matter if my tires were cold when I started to drive, and it didn't matter that I accelerated in whatever turn. It just grips and then finds some more grip, and it's unreal. And then what about the brakes? They're important for a car like this, no? Holy shit balls. It stops on a dime. And also, by the way, the car doesn't move. It feels like playful because it feels like just a rear-wheel drive car with a V8 maybe in it. That's how it feels. But that's so much fun. Even braking is fun in this thing. My mind has been absolutely blown and it's broken right now just paying attention to all of this. The other thing is the cabin, dude. The cabin size is massive. You sit in here and you think, you know what? This is probably like a 599, 812 type of car, like the medium-sized Ferrari, because the cabin is so spacious. But it's not. It's a little shorter on the roof, but I'm a short guy. I'm not short, I'm 5'11". You guys can tell me if I'm short or not. But at 5'11", I got plenty of space here, but to the side, dude, it's so good. So good. And then visibility-wise, you can see everywhere. The only thing is, it kind of looks like a spider in here, where the pillar right here and the pillar right here give you a little bit of a blind spot, but nothing major. Just a little bit of your visibility gets compromised there. But everywhere else, in good Ferrari method and in good Ferrari ways, the visibility in the car is absolutely perfection. You can see everywhere. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite points in a car, and that is suspension and also steering. When we're talking about steering, you want to feel the road. That's something that McLaren does incredibly well, and Ferrari's really good at it. But this, you can place the car anywhere you want, anywhere. If Miley Cyrus was 100 feet down the road and you threw this car in the middle of her titties, it would get there. Because you can place it exactly there from here. And that would be quite a feat. I don't know why that's my example, but that's what I have for you guys. It's so precise. But aside from precise, I feel like I'm moving the road and the car's just an effect. Then let's talk about the way that it changes directions, because, oh my God, how is a Ferrari doing this? All Ferraris are a little tail happy. And for the most part, yeah, they grip and they're fun on the track, and the pista was excellent. This is a different level of reaction and a big difference in change of directions. It's very much like that Performante STO, that it gives you like 1, 2, 1, 2 instantly, and there's no hangover from the move. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, whenever you twist the car and you go like this or like this or like this, there's like two moves. First, you moving the car, and then the weight of the car going into that direction. There's not such a thing in here. The mass just moves so fucking well from side to side. It feels very nimble and agile. But to me, the craziest thing about this car is it feels like I have a GT3 RS, right? That level of like, whoa, you can hear everything, but at the same time, I feel like I'm driving a Turbo S. I don't fully understand how that's possible. I don't. Oh my God, I'm so fucking in love with this thing. Oh, it's so charming and so playful and so alive, and it makes no sense that Ferrari built this with all these different components, and it's excellent. It's excellent. I am blown away, and it's got like both. It's a bipolar guy, it's a bipolar girl, however you want to name your cars. It does both things so well. I can't even imagine when they come out with a pista version of this. Can you imagine? Like, who's gonna need that? I will need that. But this is excellent. This is one of the best driving experiences I've had in forever, and I can tell my wife is gonna love this car too. The suspension is forgiving, even though it's incredible. I know I got the Assetto Fiorano package, which means I don't get a lift on the front. Does it really matter? I thought it would matter more to me, but I feel like the car's height is pretty perfect. And it's easy to drive. You understand everything about this Ferrari instantly when you get in it. Everything is normal, like in the places where it normally is. Dude, what an experience they're putting together. I love these hybrids. This is an SF90 that's a baby, and it's better that it has less horsepower and it has a lot less weight in it. This is my favorite Ferrari right now. This is my favorite Ferrari right now. What else am I missing out on? This is incredible. All around. All around. And the AC works, the radio works, the system works, the battery works. It just works. It's so good. Even with this suspension, everything about this car is incredible. I wouldn't change anything other than the price for me. $480,000 for such a spec. Man, it's gonna be hard as shit getting these cars right now. I think. Oh! I think people are just gonna fall in love with these things and never again look at another brand. This is incredible. It's an SF90. That's a baby. A lot less. It's a lot cheaper. It's fucking incredible and phenomenal. Do I like this more than the STO already?